everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't already know, my name is Zahura Mela, and on this channel it's all about learning, growth and contribution. Now, I did say this video is going to focus on whether or not having a mentor is, I think, beneficial when you are becoming a CASA, but I also wanted to give like a holistic response so that you can actually make the right decision if you want to decide whether you should or shouldn't have a mentor. Sorry, the background is going to be very busy today. This is the only opportunity I have to shoot this video, so bear with me. But I think for me, there's a lot of things that you need to consider whether or not having a mentor is good for you. Now, having a mentor is a personal choice, and I think it depends on the type of person that you are and basically understanding what it is that you want to get from your mentor. Now, if I had to give you examples of when I wanted a mentor, I know when I was in third year, especially when I was starting first year working, I really believe that having a mentor was like the key to my success. I believe that for me to be a CA, I really needed somebody that I looked up to, and so I reached out typically to like social media influencers that are in the CASA stream. Some of them were responsive, some of them told me that they didn't have time, a lot of them just mised, and sorry if like it's going to come across as if like I might just be that person towards you. Now that I'm on this side, I really do understand that time plays a big role in mentorship, and a lot of times people aren't available or have other commitments that take up a lot of time. So having a mentor-mentee relationship requires a lot of time. So when you do make the decision of whether or not you think you need a mentor, you also need to look at the time that is going to go into the relationship. So you might have expectations as to what you want to get from the relationship. Your mentor might have things that they would expect to see coming from you. And so if that conversation or if that relationship is not open enough, then I don't think it is necessary to have a mentor. Especially when you are starting off, you do need somebody to show you the ropes. Now, I know in the company that I work for, we have like coaches and we have big brothers and big sisters. But I do know in my second year, they try to have like a mentoring program specifically focused for African, colored, and Indian candidates, because of the fact that obviously the higher up you go, the less diverse it tends to be. So I think we need more guidance and we need more skills to equip us. So we did have a program, but that didn't work out well. And it didn't work out well for a number of reasons. The main one being availability and time. The second one is not being sure what this mentor was supposed to be doing in this role, because I mean, you have a mentor, you have a coach, you have a big brother / big sister. So the roles felt like intertwined. But I think when you are having a mentor-mentee relationship, the roles need to be defined. So if you are wanting guidance on becoming a CASA, then your mentor should show you how to improve on being a better professional, what to focus on when you are writing like ITC or APC, so they can add their contribution when it comes to that. Sometimes the role of mentor-mentee becomes a bit intertwined because a lot of the mentees become dependent on their mentor, so they believe that they won't be successful without their mentor, which is not also a healthy relationship. I think you need to practice independence when you do also have a mentor, to know that obviously they're going to tell you things that you should focus on and what areas you need to improve on, but it doesn't mean that without their words of validation or affirmation that it means that you can't do the thing that you know you're supposed to be doing, right? So I know sometimes we use it as a layer, because if it comes from your own voice, it doesn't feel like it's real. But if it comes from somebody that's more experienced, that has more input to give you, then it feels like, it counts. So that's something else that you need to consider, is your dependence on your mentor. Now, sometimes I also think that having your hero as a mentor is also a catch-22 situation. So I always tell myself that I don't want to meet people that I really, really look up to, because I'm going to remember that they're human and they're going to do something that potentially shocks me because I hold them to a very high regard. So your mentor must be somebody that you can actually be open with, but also holds you accountable, but you also don't take it too personal when they tell you that you're not acting in a way that you're supposed to be acting, if that makes sense. So I think you also need to consider who that person is that you want to like help you navigate the CASA journey, but also establish boundaries between you and that other person. Now, I know for the mentor, I was a mentor for a candidate that was writing APC, and I feel like I'm an online mentor for people on this journey. And that's a very important key element that I think I need to cover in this video, is that your mentors don't necessarily have to be people that you have direct contact with. And when I say direct contact, I mean you don't necessarily need to call me over the phone or have me on your WhatsApp or on your social media for me to have an impact in your life. If you're watching a video such as this one or any of my previous videos, that is a form of mentorship. So a lot of the people that I look up to, especially in a CASA journey, I always look towards people that are on social media but have content that speaks to the thing that I'm struggling with. So I have a lot of online mentors that don't even know I exist. And it's fine, because it's not like there's that level of expectation that I feel like they need to know my name. It's more understanding what I need to be getting from that person that allows me to not feel some type of way like I need their direct contact. I hope I'm saying it the way I'm hearing it in my mind. So I think you need to make sure that you must be open to getting mentorship from people that won't necessarily always be available. But online mentors are a good way of getting people that are in your corner. But also if there's somebody that's willing, so going back to my story where I said I was a mentor, I did it because I find great fulfillment in helping other people. So I had the time to actually do it, and I made the time to actually do it. The level of expectation was quite high because I really remembered the time that I'm taking away from my own personal life meant that I was pouring into this person. So I also wanted them to put in the effort. So when I was asking them, did they complete their APC tasks? Did they think about certain things? Like taking an hour out of my very busy deadlines also takes a lot out of the mentor, but it's also fulfilling for the mentor. So don't just think that the relationship is one way, where you think as the mentee you're supposed to be taking, and then the mentor is not getting their part of the deal. So a lot of that comes with a lot of sacrifices, as you can see. Like my daughter's out here trying to be here while I'm mentoring, and she's like cleaning the yard, guys. But you have to think about that when you are thinking of getting a mentor. The other thing that I would like to bring an awareness on is, it doesn't mean if you don't have a mentor you're not going to be successful. Yes, there's people with experience and exposure and lessons that they've encountered that they can impart on you, but it's not going to end your life if you don't have like a physical mentor. So for me, I tried by all means to have direct mentorship with people, and I felt very frustrated because I wasn't getting that from the people around me. So that's why I turned to online people. That's why I turned to people outside even the field of accounting, just to remind me of the soft skills that I also need to be in this journey. So it's not just about having mentorship on the technical aspects of becoming a CA, but being a good professional, learning how to communicate, learning how to problem solve, learning how to work effectively and efficiently. Those lessons don't necessarily have to come from people that are in the CASA stream. It can come from people that are creatives, people that are stay-at-home parents, people that are in like an actual corporate field, like not just audit but outside of audit, right? In practice, out of practice as well. People that don't even have like an actual employer but are entrepreneurs, right? So those soft skills can come from literally everyone: your parents, your family members, your siblings. The fact that you have to like manage your time with your family is a skill that you're going to be needing when you are being a CASA. So don't undermine the fact that mentoring does not have to come from a person. It can come from events. It can come from a variety of people. You just need to have a different perspective or a different mindset into what it is that you're trying to get out of this relationship. But not to make this video too long, I hope I have given you enough things to think about when you are making the decision of getting a mentor or not getting a mentor. So there's positives, there's benefits, there's challenges, there's times where you're not always going to see eye to eye, But if you establish boundaries from the very beginning, if you understand what it is that you're trying to get from this mentor-mentee relationship, it's going to make your process much better. And I think now that I have finished my training contract, I also reach out to people that are higher up in our company just to see what else I can learn from them, because there is a lot that you can get from a mentoring relationship. But at the same time, don't undermine the effort that you've put in your CASA journey. Don't forget all those late nights that you're putting in the library or at home or with friends when you are studying, because that is also a part of the journey, knowing how to work long hours. So those aspects, don't forget them when you are looking for a mentor. But I hope this video was able to help you. It was able to clarify what is a mentor, what is a mentee, what type of relationship you should be having. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and to subscribe. Bye.